Hello, this is Justin Acuna, and I will be presenting my group's lesson, which focuses on throwing and catching. We will start off by asking students if they've ever played a sport that required them to throw or catch a ball. After students have had a chance to answer, the instructor will ask if anyone knows how to throw or catch using the proper form. After a few students have demonstrated their throwing and catching abilities, the teacher will demonstrate the proper form with a student volunteer. This serves as the I do portion of the I do, you do, we do model of instruction. Next, students will engage in the activity. In pairs, students will travel to 3 stations. The first station will contain a small ball for students to throw to one another. The second will contain a medium-sized ball, and the third will contain a large ball. Throughout the activity, students will be passing the ball to each other and taking a step back each time they receive the ball, increasing the space in between them and their partner. They must maintain proper form for catching and throwing throughout the duration of the activity. By stepping back, it makes the skill of throwing and catching a bit more difficult and requires students to use proper form. During the activity, the instructor will be walking around to provide feedback and advice to students who might be struggling. The instructor might even stop by a few groups and ask them to demonstrate their ability to perform the task efficiently. Then they can make suggestions on how to improve. This will serve as a formative assessment that will allow students to improve and eventually master the skill. By having students use balls of varying sizes, they will be able to see that their hand positions will change at each station. Therefore, the skill of catching and throwing will be different for each type of ball that is being used. For example, when students are throwing the small ball, they will only be using one hand. When they are throwing the beach ball, they will be using 2 hands. Both of these types of balls will require a different hand position for receiving the ball as well. When receiving the smaller ball, you're going to want to create a cup or a smaller place for the ball to land. When receiving the beach ball, you want to use the teaching cue arms out or spread out so that the students can catch the ball, which is larger. At the end of the lesson, the instructor will lead a group discussion with students. The teacher will ask questions like, did the size of the ball affect the way you caught it? Were your throws accurate the entire time? Why or why not? And what did you notice when the distance between you and your partner increased? Did it affect your ability to use proper form? This group discussion will serve as a summative assessment. If students are able to respond efficiently, the teacher will know they have comprehended the material. However, if students cannot display comprehension of the skill, the teacher may have to revisit the lesson at a later time or spend the next few days focusing on building the skill. Thank you.